Good evening, everyone. I'm Tim Lake. Now, the verdicts were delivered late this afternoon in a Philadelphia courtroom. NBC 10's Monique Braxton is live in Center City now with all the details on the verdicts. Monique?
Hi, Tim. Two of the defendants found guilty of third-degree murder, one found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Their families rushed from the courtroom, declining to speak, hiding from the cameras. But the parents of Sean Conroy had a lot to say.
It's my only child. This justice, this decision we got today is not just for him, it's for all the citizens of Philadelphia.
At the beginning, I didn't even know if I wanted these guys going to jail because we didn't know anything about them. But as we went through the process, we learned that they're not these innocent kids who happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
The parents of 36-year-old Sean Conroy hold back tears when telling us they are pleased with the verdict. The last of three teens accused of jumping and killing their son are heading to prison. Investigators say Conroy suffered broken bones and died of an asthma attack when he was beaten here inside the subway concourse.
To do such a thing to someone who was just walking to work is not just immoral, it's not just a game, it's criminal.
It took a jury one day to reach a verdict. Jurors found 18-year-old Amir Best and 17-year-old Nashir Fisher guilty of third-degree murder and conspiracy. 17-year-old Kenta Stanton was found not guilty of murder, but guilty of involuntary manslaughter and conspiracy.
I'm extremely disappointed. I think Mr. Stanton's innocent.
Now, sentencing is set for the end of October. The three of them face between 5 and 40 years individually, depending on their convictions that were declared here today. Also, two of their friends who were involved have pleaded guilty. That's the latest live outside the courthouse. Monique Braxton, NBC 10 News.
All right, Monique, thank you. Another big story in the day is right here. Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Michael Vick will finally get his second chance in the NFL in just 2 days. Vick, still mired in controversy over serving time in federal prison for dogfighting, will make his debut for the Eagles preseason game on Thursday night. Let's go to NBC 10's Jade McCarthy live at the Eagles practice facility where the announcement was made today. Jade?
Hey, Tim. Well, the third preseason game was always going to be Michael Vick's first chance to return to NFL action. That, according to the ruling handed down by the league commissioner. Today, Andy Reid made it official.
Michael will have a opportunity to play.
Less than 2 weeks ago, Michael Vick's controversial comeback began with a return to the NFL practice field.
I can only go off of what I've seen in practice, and it looks like he's moving around pretty good.
But practice only shows so much. Thursday, the Eagles and their embattled quarterback take the next step. Vick will play against the Jaguars.
And he's kind of set this as the goal, as did we, for the third game, and you've seen him out there conditioning after practice. He's conditioning before practice and so on. And I think he's excited to get out there.
But getting out there requires the man convicted of running a dogfighting ring get through a long day. It begins with a bankruptcy court hearing in Virginia and ends with his first NFL game since December of 2006.
I'm sure he'll have a couple butterflies with it being a couple years since he's been in. But I think he's excited to kind of get back to doing what he does.
So how much time will Vick see on Thursday night and at what position? Plus, what do his teammates say about his upcoming return to the field? We'll have those answers coming up in just a bit in sports. That is the latest live at the NovaCare Complex. I'm Jade McCarthy, NBC 10 Sports.
All right, Jade, thank you. We'll see you in a few minutes. A Montgomery County woman is facing animal cruelty charges tonight after police find 30 endangered animals in her home. And police say she was trying to poison them. Police got a tip that Linda Muchnick of Harleysville planned to kill herself, too, and her 29 cats and 1 dog because of financial hardship. When police went to her home to investigate, they found the cats locked in a room with rat poisoning in their bowls. One of the cats died. Muchnick was found in another room with a sick-looking pit bull dog. She has been charged now with the cat's death and 29 counts of animal cruelty. Tonight, police in northern Delaware say a nurse has been caught stealing from her homebound cancer patient. Police say the homeowners got the evidence when they connected a hidden camera to their computer. Well, this is 23-year-old nurse Shayna Denise Thompson. She was charged with theft along with possession of marijuana and also drug paraphernalia. Police say she was working at a home on Blue Jay Drive in Newark. The patient's family had installed web-based surveillance cameras in the home. Police say yesterday they happened to be watching when they noticed the nurse entering other rooms and acting suspiciously. Police say Thompson was caught on camera stealing 2 diamond rings from a filing cabinet in a room that she wasn't supposed to be in. They quickly called police.
It was really just luck. They have this camera there so they can check in on the patient, make sure he's okay, and they happen to be watching it at the right time.
And police say Thompson was also caught smoking marijuana while on the job. New at 6 tonight, people in Ridley Park in Delaware County are on alert now after a series of burglaries in their area. NBC 10's Deanna Durante is live in Ridley Township with what police know about all this at this hour tonight. Deanna.
Tim, about 5 break-ins in less than 2 weeks. Investigators say that the crimes have happened during the day and at night, and in all cases, the homes have been empty. No one is home. Police say it is a lucky streak that has got to come to an end.
I never thought I had to live in a house with bars on my windows.
Gretchen and Ralph Onesti say it only took minutes for them to lose a sense of security in their own home.
We literally took my car to the mechanic to get the oil changed and came right back home. That was the deal. And in that space of time, I'm going to say 15 to 18 minutes, somebody had broken in the house.
Sadly for the Onestis, they were the first hit by the thief or thieves in their Ridley Park neighborhood, but they wouldn't be the last.
We've had 5 burglaries in 11 days.
And for a town that only has 7 in a year, it's a crime spree police say has got to stop. In all crimes, investigators say the thieves force their way in and steal whatever they can take off with. On August 11th, when the Onestis left home, a crook smashed their way through a basement window. The couple returned when the thieves were still inside the house.
We actually surprised them, and so we weren't hit as badly as some of the people around here were. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Once you go back in your house and you go, okay, they walked here, they touched that, and you just, it's creepy.
Police think because of the small spaces the thief is crawling through, he or she has to be small or thin. And because the crook jumped through an upstairs window to escape, the Onestis think he's not acting alone.
This was a tiny person to get into what they got into downstairs. And from what they took around the neighborhood, I think there was more muscle than some little person.
Whoever he is, police think it's a lucky streak that has got to come to an end, and that happens with neighbors paying close attention.
We're looking for if anybody in that area has had anybody come to their house, knock on the door, maybe ask for directions or say that their car broke down or give some kind of story, even ask for somebody that maybe doesn't live there. I do believe that they probably have done something like that.
Police say that they don't think that they've just managed to target homes where no one is home, that they do believe that they are maybe wandering in these Ridley Park neighborhoods, checking out whether people are home, even may have a car parked in the neighborhood. So police tonight asking everyone to be on alert, looking for cars and people that don't belong there. And if you spot anything out of the ordinary, call Ridley Park Police. Reporting live in Delaware County, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.
We have more now on a story you saw first here on NBC 10. A popular Montgomery County banquet hall closes without warning, and that is sending dozens of brides scrambling to come up with a plan B. Since we broke the story yesterday, the Limerick Police Department has been flooded with calls from angry people. They say they have prepaid for parties, everything from class reunions to weddings. Joy Herring, for example, is the latest bride-to-be to come forward. She's getting married in just 11 days, but the ceremony will not be taking place at the Lakeside Inn.
We had to send out postcards to all our guests because I had 150 confirmed guests and nowhere to put them.
Police say they were aware the Landmark Inn was having some financial difficulties, and now they're trying to locate the man who was running the inn, Bruce Miller, but they've yet to find him. Investigators are also trying to figure out if there was any wrongdoing in connection with the closing. Well, imagine this. You're at the shopping mall about to go into the J.C. Penney's, for example, and suddenly a plane lands right there in the parking lot. Well, that's exactly what happened today in North Jersey. Here's the scene at Rockaway Town Square Mall in Rockaway Township. The FAA says the pilot of a single-engine Norwegian Cessna 172 reported engine problems after taking off from the nearby Essex County Airport. Shortly after, shoppers at the mall saw the plane nosedive into the mall parking lot. It was a crash landing. The student pilot and instructor had some minor injuries. Nobody on the ground was hurt. It is, by the way, the second time a plane has used this mall's parking lot as a runway. In 1996, a single-engine plane also landed there. It ran out of fuel and landed in the parking lot. All right, now look at traffic out there tonight. Jillian Mealy's watching all the highways for us. What do you got, Jillian?
Well, Tim, the Northeast Extension has been the source of our problems a lot this afternoon, and that's continuing through the evening. We've got an accident right now on the southbound side as you approach Quakertown. We're told this one involves a motorcycle and an overturned vehicle. Now, we haven't been told of any blockages or lane closures in and around that area, but expect delays if you are heading out there and possible closures as well. Otherwise, if you're heading out on 76 tonight, you've got these delays on the westbound side. This is right here at City Avenue where you're jammed from the Roosevelt Boulevard past Belmont. That's where you have an accident on the shoulder involving a tractor trailer. Back to the maps, we have an accident in Lower Pottsgrove Township, Montgomery County on Bleam Road and Pleasant View Road. You've got fire police directing traffic around that scene. We've been following this one all night long. It's in Ben Salem Township, Bucks County. Street Road is still closed at this hour at Humeville Road, so if you need to get around that one, Woodhaven Road is going to be your best option. Things in New Jersey aren't looking too bad tonight. We do have this accident, though, on the Route 30 Admiral Wilson Boulevard, rather, on the westbound side, right at Baird Boulevard. So just look for some delays in and around that area as well. That's